From a distance, you look like one creature, one body, one mind. But zoom in, past the skin, past the glitter of blood cells, past the lattice of your own DNA, and something unsettling appears. You are crowded. Every surface, every hollow, every stretch of intestine and fold of lung teems with life that is not you. Bacteria, archaea, fungi, viruses, tiny animals. A microscopic crowd that outnumbers the stars in our galaxy. Inside a single human frame. For decades we were taught that your cells vastly outnumbered everything else. Now, better counting suggests something stranger. For every human cell in your body, there is roughly one microbial cell, sharing the same space and genes. Your microbes carry millions of them. By gene count, you are mostly not human at all. These organisms do not simply sit on you, like dust on a statue. They eat what you cannot digest. They train your immune system. They manufacture vitamins, hormone-like molecules, even chemicals that whisper to your brain. They arrive at birth, shift with every meal, every kiss, every place you live. You are not just a person. You are a habitat, a walking ecosystem. And that is only the beginning. Some of your passengers are helpful partners. Some are saboteurs. Some blur the lines so completely that we are no longer sure where you end and they begin. To understand why your body might not be fully human anymore, we must descend into this invisible world, into the forests of your gut, the deserts of your skin, the microscopic reefs behind your teeth, and then, deeper still, into the ancient ghosts written into your DNA itself. Imagine your gut as a long, warm canyon, lined with folds and valleys of living tissue. On this landscape, trillions of microbes build cities. They cling to mucus like coral to rock, forming dense, layered communities, known as the microbiome. In the dark there, they feast on fibers you cannot digest, breaking them into short-chain fatty acids that feed your colon cells, calm inflammation, and help regulate metabolism. Other species make vitamins, B12, K, that your own cells cannot construct. Some produce molecules that look suspiciously like our own messengers. Dopamine, serotonin, GABA, in mice. Swapping gut microbes can alter anxiety, risk-taking, even how much they explore a maze. We are cautious about claiming the same in humans, but evidence piles up that our microbial tenets can nudge mood and appetite, shape how we respond to stress, influence the very cravings that decide what we eat next, and therefore, which microbes thrive tomorrow. A feedback loop between mind and microbiome. This living community is not evenly distributed. The mouth hosts its own complex world, biofilms on teeth and tongue, some protecting us, others drilling cavities. The skin is a patchwork of microclimates, oily, dry, moist, each favoring different microbial tribes. Even the lungs, once thought sterile, harbor a sparse, shifting population that may help tune immunity. Change your diet, your sleep, your antibiotics, and the members of this community rise and fall like species in a forest. After a fire, sometimes a burned-over ecosystem recovers. Sometimes it grows back strange. To see how far not you goes, we must meet passengers that do more than feed you or protect you. Passengers that quietly rewrite behavior and immunity for their own survival. Not all our microscopic companions are gentle gardeners. Some are puppeteers. Parasites and pathogens have learned to hijack bodies from the inside out, sometimes with gruesome clarity, sometimes with whispers. Toxoplasma gondii, a single-celled parasite, can infect rodents, birds, humans. It can only reproduce sexually. Inside cats and rodents, it alters brain chemistry, linked to fear and attraction. The smell of cat urine, once a signal to flee, becomes less alarming, even oddly intriguing. To a hunting cat, a bolder rodent is an easier meal. The parasite completes its journey. In humans, Toxoplasma usually causes no obvious illness, but some studies suggest subtle shifts in risk-taking, reaction time, dopamine signaling. The evidence is debated, but the possibility is unnerving that a microbe could tweak the emotional dials inside a human brain. Elsewhere, parasitic worms take a quieter path. They burrow into our tissues, then gently dampen the immune response that might expel them. In doing so, they can also mute allergies and autoimmune flares. where such worms are common. Some inflammatory diseases are strangely rare. Remove the worms, and the immune system, no longer held in check, may begin to attack the self. We are left with a puzzle. Are these parasites only invaders or accidental regulators that our immune systems have grown used to negotiating with? When they vanish, are we finally ourselves, or missing a piece of the ecological puzzle our bodies evolved within? And if microbes and parasites can tip the balance of mood, immunity, even fear, how far inside us does other truly go? For that, we must leave cells and organs behind and travel into the history written in our genes. Your genome is not a pristine human manuscript. It is a palimpsest, a scroll written, erased, and overwritten across billions of years. Threaded through your chromosomes are fossils of ancient viruses, endogenous retroviruses. YRVs once infected our ancestors' eggs and sperm. Instead of leaving, they settled in, their genetic code copied into every cell of future generations. Today, roughly 8% of your DNA is viral in origin. That is more viral sequence than genes coding for your own proteins. Most of these fragments are broken, muted, turned into genomic junk, but not all. One viral gene, called syncytin, was captured and repurposed to help form the human placenta, the tissue that fuses mother and fetus, sharing nutrients, blocking some immune attacks. Without this ancient viral gift, mammalian pregnancy, as we know it, might not exist. And the deepest non-human resident of all lives inside your cells. Mitochondria, the tiny power plants that burn oxygen to make ADP, carry their own circular DNA, separate from the nucleus. They are the descendants of free-living bacteria that entered our ancestral cells over 1 billion years ago, offering efficient energy in exchange for shelter. Over time, they became inseparable partners. But in origin, they are not human. They are former microbes, still dividing within every muscle fiber, every neuron, every heartbeat. So even if you stripped away every bacterium on your skin, every virus in your blood, your pure human cell would still be a chimera. Ancient bacteria humming inside, viral fragments embedded in its DNA. Identity, it seems, was porous from the start, and in the present, it gets blurrier still, because medicine, pregnancy, and even organ donation now mix bodies in ways evolution could never have predicted. Consider a patient with failing bone marrow. Their own stem cells can no longer make blood. After a transplant, donor marrow takes root. Months later, blood drawn from their veins carries DNA, not matching the rest of their body, but the genome of another person in the bloodstream. They are, genetically, someone else. Chimerism, once rare, is now a routine outcome of life-saving care. Organ transplants add their own mosaic. A heart, a kidney, a segment of liver brings foreign cells, foreign mitochondria, foreign immune memories into a new host. Some of those cells wander beyond their organ, settling in new tissues, quietly integrating. Even without medicine, bodies mingle. During pregnancy, fetal cells cross the placenta into the mother's bloodstream, nesting in her organs. For decades, maternal cells are found in the child as well. Each carries pieces of the other. Long after birth, microchimerism, it is called, little mixed spirits, sharing one frame. We often speak of my body as if it were a single, well-defined thing, but under the skin is a shifting patchwork of self and other, human and microbe, host and parasite, donor and recipient, parent and child, ancient virus, ancient bacterium. The boundaries we draw on a medical chart do not exist at molecular scale. So when we ask whether your body is fully human anymore, we are really asking what human is allowed to include. To look for an answer, we must step back from genes and cells to the whole shimmering system, the superorganism you walk around in. Every day, stand in front of a mirror. You see one outline, one face, but science now hints you are less an individual and more a colony, a superorganism woven from many kinds of life. Your immune system is the border guard, but also the diplomat, negotiating truces with long-term residents, striking hard at sudden invaders, sometimes mistaking friend for foe. Your microbes help digest your food, shape your defenses, may nudge your moods. Your mitochondria turn oxygen into energy, a bacterial partnership, older than animals. Your genome is laced with viral relics that once attacked your ancestors and now help build placentas, regulate genes, or simply sleep. Donor cells, fetal cells, wandering immune cells from another body may share your blood today. Where, in this crowd, is the real you? Is it the human DNA in your nucleus? The pattern of electrical activity across your brain? The fragile story of memory, stretching from childhood to now? Or is you the entire network? Microbes, mitochondria, viruses, organs and nerves, acting together in time as we learn to engineer microbes, edit genomes, swap organs and cells. Our bodies may become even less purely human than they already are. We might one day choose which partners to host, which bacteria guard our gut, which viral genes we keep, which artificial cells patrol our blood. Will that make us more ourselves or something new entirely? For now, we breathe, eat, think, and feel as walking ecosystems, ancient alliances, held together in skin. And the unsettling truth remains: to understand what a human is, you cannot stop at the human cells. You have to include everything living with you, and within you, the quiet others, without whom you would not exist at all.